I've had a few experiences recently that have led me to start thinking about where I live and what I do and how those two things kind of fit together. And it's really interesting to me when it comes to musicians especially. I see it more in musicians than I do in people with generally involved in art, is this wanting to break out of their hometown mentality. And I think it's especially rife in pop punk, and the kind of stuff that I listen to, that I grew up on, the stuff that I write. It's just, the underlying theme of most of those albums that we kind of know and love, the stuff that I play all the time. You listen to it and it's all about wanting to get out of your hometown and make something of yourself, It's interesting, but I don't think you can use it as an excuse anymore. And I'm saying this from experience as a person that did used to use it as an excuse. I want to kind of tell you about how stupid I used to be, if that's okay. I mean, thinking about it now, looking back, had a really naive mentality, and whether it was because I was kind of drip-fed this story in kind of like idyllic kind of scene that I was sold through the kind of arts and music I listened to about breaking out of your hometown, that I always felt like maybe I took it for granted where I came from. So, I never always used to live here. I moved to a big city a few years ago, and I lived there for a while, and kind of wide-eyed, adventured me wanted to kind of go there and take over the world, and I found it tough. I found it tough, and the reason I found it tough is because that kind of sense of community was so hard to break into, and it didn't really feel like it existed, and because everything was so oversaturated there, everyone was quite dismissive of kind of what you were trying to create, or what you were trying to do. But I found, since being here and doing what I'm doing, everyone's so supportive. It's insane. But it's tricky, and I think it was only when I came back from being away that I realised this, and it took me a while to kind of get back into the swing of things. And I found it tough initially coming back because I thought, everyone that I knew had moved on, but kind of new circles had grown, and I've found that, as I said, I've only been doing this for like 6 months or whatever, like April of this year. But in terms of that dialogue that you might tell yourself about creating music, writing music, or performing, living in a small town, and kind of thinking that the only way that you can do something is if you move away, you need to get that out of your head, because I don't think you can't use it as an excuse anymore, especially because of the internet, especially because of social media, especially because I'm talking to you right now and you might not live where I live. You might not live in the same country as me, but I'm still talking to you right now. When I talk about experiences that I've had, I think when I say that, it's more kind of small community touches that I've noticed and that have humbled me in a way. And whether that's just kind of in small ways, just kind of people supporting what I've been doing, or better yet, supporting other people with what they've been doing. So yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think that you need to be in a city or somewhere like that to actually really make it as a musician, or do you think that time has passed now? I mean, I'm starting to believe the latter more myself, but I don't know, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, so let me know what you think.